So what happens when a Lamborghini and a Zenva ST1 have a crash? Well, the DC Avanti is born.
The DC Avanti was first showcased in the 2011 Auto Expo, and then it built a quite of hype around it. All the enthusiasts were excited for this release because it was India's first ever produced sports car, and I didn't have great expectations because we all know DC for their unusual dimensions and cringy builds, and the same happened to the Avanti. The design was somewhat inspired from a Lamborghini as said by the designer himself. Okay, apart from the design, it had some pretty decent engine specs. The 2-liter inline-4 turbo sourced from Renault sent power to the rear wheels via a 6-speed manual transmission. It had stiff box section chassis, independent A-arms, carbon fiber panels, 295mm discs at the rear and 300mm discs at the front. Sounds a decent package, right? Just for under 40 lakhs. But well, it wasn't. The car just failed. The sales just kept going down and all the enthusiasts were just ignoring the DC Avanti. So, what was the cause? The cause was all these features were just show off. The car had terrible build quality and there were cheap materials all inside the car. Though the car grabbed a lot of attention, but still DC managed to make it unusual with all its unusual dimensions. Okay, so it's a 2-seater mid-engine car, right? So you must be expecting an engine at the rear and a bonnet, a sort of a storage area in the front, but no, this wasn't the case in DC Avanti. There was the engine at the rear and in the front was the air conditioning system, which means that you cannot carry any luggage with you. And just for the sake of storage, they just gave you a small glove box inside the cabin, that's all. Also, there were very minimal service centers all around the country, which made it difficult for the customers to get their car serviced and maintain them.
DC Avanti was also missing out various features which the rivals had. Also, DC could have kept in mind that the people buying this car were guys who would drive it on a daily purpose, because after all, this isn't a supercar which will sit in a car collection and will be taken out only for weekend spins, a little bit practicality could be kept in mind. Also, if you like the video, don't forget to smash that subscribe and smash that like button, and do share the video.
So what could have DC done to improve the Avanti? They could improve the practicality of the car and the build quality, or they could decrease the price of the car as there is no such luxury feature in the car. So while the engine and the chassis setup are pretty good, the 6-speed manual lacks in feel, has a lot of play to it. The clutches are really heavy. And well, DC tried to fix this problem by adding paddle shifters and 70 more horsepower to a limited production run car called the DC Avanti 310. Also, the resale value of the Avanti is not pretty good. I've seen Avantis which have just done like 20k kilometers going for under 20 lakhs. I mean, that's a lot of depreciation. So now I want to compare the Avanti to its rival. That's what I think. The rival will be Skoda Octavia VRS. Okay, both have same engine specs, same price, but the Octavia VRS gives you the practicality of a proper sedan and gives you the handling of a sports car, right? And that is the reason like all the enthusiasts love it. They just throw in a stage 2 on it and boom, now you have a proper 400 horsepower sports car. Technical flaws add to further problem of the car, as the customer said that the Avanti would keep on braking and DC was simply ignoring their complaints, and hence they filed various cases on DC. So after all this, DC finally teased their new Avanti in the 2018 Auto Expo, and I think that now they must have realized their mistakes, and I think the final product will be of good quality. But at the end of the day, the Avanti isn't the worst car at all, right? Because DC was the first company to try their hand on the sports car market in India, and so the product may not have been successful, but they still made other companies realize, and now the other Indian manufacturers are also trying their hand on the sports car market in India. But if you don't look at the technical flaws of the car, it's still a great car and it will still be able to put a smile on your face because of its 255 horsepower rear wheel drive drivetrain coupled with a 6-speed manual, low seating like a sports car mid-engine. So yeah, it's a pretty great car after all. So let me just give you a brief now what DC could have improved in the car. First, build quality and practicality could have been improved. Second, the features. Third, the price could have been reduced if they did not want to add these features. And fourth, the engine quality and the power could have been certainly increased. So if you don't just look at these flaws, Avanti is still a great car.